Wild Side is produced by Rockwater TV with support from Tennessee State Parks, where you can discover our state's diverse heritage through spectacular landscapes, family-friendly recreation, and affordable lodging. Tennessee State Parks. Fun and adventure naturally.
Hi friends, welcome to the Wild Side. I'm Steve Hall. Snorkeling isn't a sport that necessarily has to be saved for the seashore. At the bottom of Roan Mountain, it's become a new and very popular event for curious kids who dare to dip in the chilly waters of the Doe River. But that's at the bottom, and we're starting up top. It's the mountain that calls people here.
Roan Mountain is a high elevation of 6,287 feet. Here in the southern Appalachian chain, it's actually the second tallest mountain, only next to Mount Mitchell. You have views of North Carolina, Tennessee, and on a very clear day, even Virginia.
Any time of year, hikers can jump on the Appalachian Trail to go for a short walk or to trek across several states.
Now yesterday we did hike for a couple of miles on the Appalachian Trail. That was a lot of fun. We were looking at all the states it goes through, and I'm kind of thinking in my mind of a goal of maybe doing a few miles in each state. I want to talk to my husband about that.
In the summer, hikers and wildlife watchers arrive to see a massive burst of bright colors.
When you get to the top of the mountain, we're graced to have the single largest garden of naturally occurring Catawba rhododendron in the world. If you come here in June and you're to actually hike along the ridges of Roan Mountain, you're going to be covered in seas of purple rhododendron as far as the eye can see along the balds and ridges.
All the moisture in the mountain, from condensation to rainfall, rolls downhill and into the Doe River, flowing through Roan Mountain State Park.
The waters originate on the top of the mountain, and the rain is the big contributing factor to the pH, the different types of things that the fish and the other things that live in the water rely on. So what's amazing about it is you get things that live in this river and the streams that feed it that are nowhere else in the world. Native salamander, native fish, native aquatic invertebrates, and it's just an incredible thing to experience endemic species on a whole new level.
Today, Ranger Philip Nyland is preparing a team of young explorers to discover the underwater world he has described.
You can help me do the river shuffle, okay?
But some basic preparation comes first.
So, properly fitting, it might sound a little funny, just a warning. But the good news is, it's not going to let water in.
And on the count of three, we both lift it up together and catch our big haul right there. That's a heavy haul. That's going to let it, I think that'll feed us for a week. What do you think?
Yeah. Do those get washed?
Yes, they do.
Okay, just make sure.
Every time. So, I actually will bite down on this little piece here and wrap my lips around the little mouth guard. So, if you sound like Darth Vader, that's a good sign.
He's real good, and he seems to go with the flow of the kids, because, I mean, kids can be kind of squirrely.
With snorkel gear in hand, the children head for the river to experience their own version of the Big Chill.
The temperatures of this river will vary from about 48 to 55 degrees. Today we're probably up about 55.
They said it was just an ordinary snorkeling class, but this is no ordinary snorkeling class, that's for sure.
It doesn't seem like something that somebody would want to do. They think, well, I could go and snorkel in the Caribbean, you know, and it's warmer. But while yes, the river and mountain rivers are cold, the views on it, albeit a micro level, are just as impressive as what you might see in a coral reef out in the Caribbean. It's incredible. The colors that you see, the different fish, the different species, and many of what you see here will be seen nowhere else in the entire world.
We came here for the snorkeling event with Ranger Phillip and over there, and I found a crawdad, some snails, and some other fish. I forget what their names are called. The sun thingies, those, and they are really cool because their backs shine because they're afraid you're going to eat them.
For the most part, the shiners and the chubs are what we saw today. And as the name implies, shiners are those that have the very bright coloration patterns on their sides. The silvery scales actually reflect sunlight back at their predators.
There's a lot of different types of animals that you can see. There's lizards, there's bugs, there's fish.
I saw rocks and water.
There's snails.
Little fish, and my brother and my sister.
I saw some baby suckers, some baby trout, and a crawdad, a baby one, and it was one of those shells made out of pebbles and sticks. I can't remember the name of it.
This here is the caddisfly shell.
Caddisfly.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
The experience of seeing something new for these kids really excited them. You could tell the moment they got in the water, it was like a whole new world to them. They wanted to show you everything they were seeing, and you could just see the smile on their face. And to me, that's what I live for. I love the programming aspect of being a park ranger, and I just love it when something new comes into the life of a child and they get that experience.
But such a dynamic discovery of nature sometimes comes at a price.
It was really, really cold, and it was kind of mushy and yucky in the bottom. And it kind of hurt my knees because all the rocks, and they're hard.
I wish the mosquito part was gone.
But their sacrifices are not without merit. The findings from these snorkel excursions are recorded, provided to the Friends of Roan Mountain State Park, and shared on the internet. And of course, these kids did learn a little something.
I think it's important that kids have fun and take those memories with them, but it's always my hope that underneath all the fun memories will be a message that they take away. And it may not be the message of this is the species of fish you saw today, but it might be, I remember those beautiful fish in that river because that river was clean. And that's what we want them to remember years down when they have kids.
I don't know how old he is, but he's pretty cool. He's funny, I like him. And he taught us a lot of cool things that I didn't know.
You can snorkel on over to our website, wildsidetv.com, to find out how you can book any number of activities in or around Roan Mountain State Park.
Wildside is produced by Rockwater TV with support from Tennessee State Parks, where you can discover our state's diverse heritage through spectacular landscapes, family-friendly recreation, and affordable lodging. Tennessee State Parks. Fun and adventure naturally.